Hey y'all, it's me, Megan, and welcome to my channel. I'm a homeschool mama of two, and today I'm here to share with you the preschool curriculum and resources that I'll be using with my 2.5-year-old Patsy Jane this year. So if that's something that interests you, you need a little inspiration, motivation, some resources for your littlest homeschoolers, then this is the right video for you. It's iced tea today, you guys. It's still blazing here. Before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about our educational philosophy when it comes to Miss Patsy Jane. I'm definitely coming from the school of thought that play is what's best for someone so young, probably for all of us, but definitely for that 3 and under crowd. So a lot of what she's doing is just play-based. I do try to create an enriching environment. You can kind of see that back behind me, but it's certainly tore up. It's the afternoon, you guys. These kids have been burning it down today. But anyways, I do use some actual resources with her in a one-on-one teacher, mama to daughter sort of situation. And those are what I want to share today. Scout has taken up her century post, so you know that it's really time to get down to brass tacks. Patsy Jane is currently receiving speech therapy services because she does have a slight speech delay. That is really the driving force behind my decisions and in what we were going to use this year, but also the goals I'm setting with her. Everything that I want to do with her this fall is basically language-based. We're working on those sounds, alphabet, building her vocabulary, but also just getting her comfortable talking. So a lot of these resources are focused towards that language, but I do a lot of fine motor skills work as well. So let's get into it. So this first resource that I want to show you, this is definitely a one-on-one resource, something that we're going to be doing together. This will probably be an every other day activity, if not daily. I did just get it. I'm already super excited about it, and I want to share it with you guys. So this comes from the company Game Note, which I have used before. It's just really high quality stuff, and it's not very expensive. These are alphabet and number flashcards. They look like this. Lots of awesome artwork and a thick cardboard. But what's really cool is that on the other side, there's an inlet, like a cutout for finger tracing, but also, and this isn't the Z for zebra, little wooden letters that the kiddos can match up to the cards. Let's find a match. Okay, this is for narwhal, and then they can lay in their little puzzle piece. How precious is that? And it didn't just come with the alphabet, it also came with number cards that have an illustration, 2 bears. This is great for point and play. And then it also came with the wooden puzzle pieces to put in those missing numbers as well. Oh, so cute. I cannot wait to get started with these. Oh, I picked this up off of Amazon, less than $20. Awesome resource for less than 20 bucks. The next thing that I'm going to show you is a huge hit in this house already, and that is the My Preschool Busy book. I also picked this off of Amazon. I want to say it was less than $30. It's somewhere between 20 and 30. Well worth it. We use this every single day. It's something that we do together, but it's also something that PJ does independently, as well as it's a good car distractor if you have long car drives. Car trips. Each page, let's start with this one. So each page is interactive, like this one's colors, and it has the little color with the Velcro pieces. This came with extra Velcro pieces when inevitably they start to break off or get lost. And it goes through colors, numbers, letters, shapes, seasonal matchups, and even planets. And everything can be written on by a dry erase board marker. I did let her do that at first. It is super easy to clean up. This whole thing was just totally covered in her scribbles, but it cleaned up really, really well. I just don't know if I'll let her do that on her own all the time, because then when she's done writing on this, she likes to write on herself, which is something I learned on a recent car trip that we took. But anyways, excellent, excellent resource. It's held up really well to the rough kids that I have around this place. This next resource seems like a pretty obvious suggestion, but it has just worked out so well for us. And that's like a traditional preschool alphabet flashcard set. These are water resistant, thick cardboard material. They just have letters on one side and images on the other. I do keep these out where she can reach them and access them on her own, and she's just in love with them. She'll bring them to me and we'll sit down and go through them, and they've really helped to expand her vocabulary. Okay, so those are really my one-on-one activities that I'm doing with her to build those language skills. And other than that, we mainly do fine motor skill work, and we're definitely a little Montessori flavored around here. My oldest daughter attended a Montessori school whenever I was an official school teacher and before I became their teacher. And so we learned a lot from that experience, and I think it gave her a lot of skills that I'd like to see Patty benefit from that same sort of educational philosophy. So with that being said, we do something called Works, which is just a kind of like a fancy Montessori word for her little activity or game that she's doing. Official Montessori people, don't come after me if that, is not the right definition. If Montessori work seems really overwhelming for you, I will say we're very fortunate in the fact that my in-laws purchased for Patsy the Love Every Montessori sets, and they come every so often to match her developmental stages. So this is a Montessori work that came in her last box, and it's not just a stacker. Like that would be pretty simple. It has some added difficulty. Like you have to unscrew and rescrew these rings to get them on and off. This one has like some puzzle pieces that you have to twist and match to get back on. And the same with this one. It turns to be able to get those off. So it helps with those fine motor skills, helps with those reasoning skills. And they're just cute. They are heavy duty. They've got this wonderful rainbow motif. You don't mind them laying around because they kind of look nice, and she really enjoys them, and they've worked out really well for us. We also use a ton of Kinetic Sand. This is awesome for those little finger fine motor skills, and it's just really, really fun. Everybody loves it. Adults, the kiddos, everyone. If you have not gotten off of the Play-Doh bandwagon and onto the Kinetic Sand party train, do so. It is so much better than regular Play-Doh. It never dries out. It cleans up easily. You can vacuum it. It doesn't get gummed into the carpet, all right? All of those reasons and more, switch to Kinetic Sand. When we bring out the Kinetic Sand, I keep it in this tray, this lipped tray. I am trying to minimize its traveling all over the place, and so we will work with it in these trays. It does kind of do that thing that Play-Doh does where if it all gets mixed together, it becomes this weird shade of brown. But we love it nonetheless. The thing that's a little bit different this year, I did pick up these, let's see, geez. I did pick up these little sandcastle toys, molds that she can use with the Kinetic Sand. I also keep things like a little pie crimper or other things that she can work with in the sand to build those fine motor skills. Patty also loves water play. So I'll put a picture in here of her playing with a water play set that's also from Lovery or Love Every or however you pronounce it. But basically she has different sized containers and a funnel, and she moves that water back and forth, helping with those skills of control. When she plays with that, I put down a double beach mat on the table, and she's also doing it in one of these trays, trying to contain that mess. Now, something else I have done, and she loves, is I will put soap and water in the kitchen sink with a clean rag and some utensils or things that I know she can't break and that won't harm her, and I just let her wash the dishes in the sink, okay? That's free and keeps them entertained. I'm here to tell you, it's the bomb. Something else that is an everyday activity for Miss PJ that helps with those fine motor skills is just some traditional crafting, okay? She loves to draw, so I can usually just set her down with big paper in her coloring box and she can get after it. But I have crafted specifically some things in that box that are just to help her. You guys, my cat loves me so much, and it's flattering, but like, why be so obsessed with me? Well, I know why be so obsessed with me, but yikes, like, come on, man. Here, maybe she'll sit here. So in the box, specifically for Patty, I know I've shared these before, but they're so cool. These like triangular crayons that help with her little grip. I keep the Crayola clicky markers that keep them from drying out, like losing caps. But I also just keep a little pair of scissors. This is monitored play, FYI, and some paper. And she just spends time cutting those. You know, she did this, like various like little cuts to the paper. That's all she needs right now with her cutting skills. And until she needs more than that, that's what we're gonna do. And then after that, you know, if you guys have some suggestions for scissors skills, put those down below. This next one is a fun homeschool hack. Go to the dollar spot at Target, like run now, okay? And pick up all of these little books that they have for $1. I used these last year for Winnie for addition and subtraction, just additional worksheets, but I picked up some for Patty. I have no expectations for her doing anything. I'm not giving her instruction, but do you see that? She just gets to go to town on them. I throw these down whenever I'm working with her big sister one-on-one, and it lets her feel like she is part of the action, right? She's there with us. Can you guys hear Cheese? She is purring so loud. She must love this video. If you like this video, mind to give it a thumbs up. I'm just kidding, you guys. But if you do like this video, like, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, you know? All right, you guys, that's all I have for you. I hope that you got something useful out of this video. Just let the kids play, help them with their letters. I don't know. Hopefully something from here helps you and your little homeschoolers on their homeschool journey. Until next time, bye. Peace.